kids may be asking, are we there yet? But just 90 minutes west of Boston, the whole family can hit the court in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Basketball really, truly was created a mile and a half up the road. In 1891, James Naismith, the inventor of basketball, thought of the game as just participatory for everyone to play. And so we really value the fact that we look at the game at every level, across all genders and across all borders.
Get your head in the game at the Basketball Hall of Fame.
We really pride ourselves on representing the game at every level. So that includes the high school level. There are high school coaches in this Basketball Hall of Fame. That includes the collegiate level, not just NCAA, but NAIA and junior college. And then, of course, the professional, NBA and WNBA. We represent the game at all levels, across all borders and all genders.
Their newest exhibit covers the history of the Boston Celtics and has items from former players and the organization.
When we conceived the vault and we wanted to honor the Boston Celtics, we knew that they were going to be good, and we're very happy that we got lucky and that we didn't jinx them in their quest for another title. I think one of the most spectacular spaces in the entire museum is our Hall of Honor. That's where every Hall of Fame enshrinee is recognized, and we're about at 450 now.
Interactive displays are set up where visitors can stroll through the history of the sport and learn more about the honorees. Throughout the Hall of Fame, visitors can find player-worn shoes, jerseys, and game balls. After exploring for a bit, it's back to the court.
Center court is an official full-size basketball court where on any given day you can play one-on-one, two-on-two, strike a game with your friend of around the world or knockout. And it's really an opportunity for young people to dream a little bit and for the older folks to relive those glory days.
If basketball isn't your thing, try exploring the Springfield museums. That's right, museums, plural.
It's 5 world-class museums in one space, very close together. It is one admission, and that gets you into all 5 museums.
Art for you, history too, science and characters that are decidedly blue. The Amazing World of Dr. Seuss Museum has a little something for everyone, says Kay Simpson, president and CEO of the Springfield Museums.
It was really designed as a children's museum experience, and it really pays tribute to the legacy of Theodore Geisel, aka Dr. Seuss. It traces a lot of the sights and experiences that he had when he was a boy growing up in Springfield that we believe later influenced his writings, his children's books, which of course are now known the world over.
Here, there, and everywhere are little details from favorite Seuss books. But on the second floor, find Geisel's study, where his characters came to life.
You'll find the drawing desk that he worked on and the actual colored pencils he used, the paints he used, and the telephone that he used.
Each floor has a different focus. There's Geisel's original notes to his nephew, reading nooks, and activities where visitors can make a craft relating to a Seuss book.
It is just amazing to see children and families going into that museum. It's really joyful. He became famous, and it's a point of pride, I think, for people that live in this community.
If you don't speak Seuss, there's the Springfield Science Museum. Inside, visitors will find the Seymour Planetarium, which houses a Korkos projector, said to be the oldest operating American-made projector in the world. For a more hands-on experience, there's the Spark Lab.
That's an invention, hands-on invention makerspace. We have a long-term partnership with the Smithsonian Institution, which we are quite proud of. There is something for everyone, no matter how old you are. There's something to see and do here at the museums.
And Grinchmas continues at the Springfield Museums through January 12th. Lots of activities, of course, for school vacation coming up. And an opportunity, of course, to take a photo with the Grinch.
I mean, how could you miss out on that? And as we mentioned, one ticket gives you access to all 5 of the Springfield museums. Tickets range between $13 and $25. Kids under 3 are free, as well as Springfield residents.
Good deals as well. Up next, off the screen and right into real life.